are with Paul Speak, a member of Team Hatton and manager of Scott Quigg. Paul, welcome to Boxing Ireland TV, first of all.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem at all. Scott, there's been a big rivalry and a growing rivalry between Scott Quigg and Kieran Farrell. What's the latest with Scott Quigg?
As you probably know, he's fighting Jamie Arthur on the 4th of February at the De Vere Whites in Bolton. And we'll take it from there. I think Frampton fights the week before, I think it's the 28th.
Yeah, in London.
The York Hall, yeah. So I've no doubt down the line the paths will cross and build up into a big fight.
Yeah. So Scott's a little bit ahead in terms of his development of Carl. But what do you think will be happening with Scott for this year? What's the plan for him for this year?
I think we've got to leave that obviously to Hatton Promotions for the final decision. But I know personally that Scott wants to try and get hold of a Lonsdale belt outright.
Right, okay.
So that's a personal ambition. He's also highly ranked in Europe. He's number 1, I think, with the EBU. And he's probably ranked about 3 or 4 with the WBA. So it's a big year for him, and he could be fighting for a world title down the line in the not too distant future. But on a personal level, I've spoken to him and I know he wants that Lonsdale belt.
It's always a great ambition of British fighters to win that outright. It's a beautiful belt, and it's just a massive honour to win it outright as well. So that's understandable. For that belt, he could, for his final defence, to hold on to it. I'm not sure if he wanted a really massive, risky one or to slide into that one. It would be.
If you listen to Scott, he'll fight anybody.
Yeah.
And he has no fear of Cal Frampton. As you know, he went over to Belfast to watch him.
Yes.
There's no animosity there. He respects him. Yeah. And it's a fight that hopefully will be made down the line. And he's not going to swerve Frampton. I think it's just about making the fight at the right time for both fighters, so they can optimise the purses.
Of course, of course. Is there a possibility that could happen this year, or is that too soon, do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, when I say this year, I mean 2012.
Yeah, 2012, yeah. I don't know. Let's get this next fight out of the way and let's see what happens. It could happen. I think, as you rightly point out, I think at this moment in time, Scott's ahead of Cal Frampton, so it could happen. Let's see.
Yeah, okay. Also on your books, you're the manager of Kieran Maher, who we've been following since the beginning of his career. Yeah. It's a bit of a stop-start career he sort of had, but he seems to be getting back into it now.
Yeah, well, I don't know if people are familiar with him. He had one of his friends died tragically last year.
Right, okay.
And that did affect him, and that's why he took some time out. We've had a good chat. He's focused now, as you know, he fought recently. Good win. Unfortunately, I nipped out to the dressing room and I come back to watch the fight, and he'd done the business before I could even get into my seat. So
which is unlike him, because he hasn't got that many knockouts on his record.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's underestimated, Kieran. He's a good fighter, and I do know he wants to move and take better fights, better challenges. Yeah. So again, he's another one that this year he's hoping to make an inroad, maybe move towards some form of a title.
His idol growing up was Ricky Hatton. Yeah. How does he feel about being under the Hatton banner now?
Yeah, I mean, he's not the only one, is he? If you think about it,
but being from the same area as Ricky as well, it's always
massive respect for Ricky, and as you say, he's one of his heroes. Obviously, he trains with Bob Shannon, and he buzzes off the fact that he's a Hatton fighter. And he's excited for this year. I think, as you said, we need to try and get him some more fights and get some more wins under his belt. And hopefully we'll be able to do that in 2012.
So he's had his sort of developmental period of his career. So he's now going to get into fighting some more sort of similar level prospects.
I think that's the issue. I think he needs to have a bigger challenge now. He said that himself. He said he wants more challenges, and so we're going to have a word with Richard Boxing and that.
We're going to see him again.
We're going to see him on the 2nd of March, Friday the 2nd of March at Bury Leisure Centre, and also topping the bill hopefully will be Kieran Farrell, who's another one of my guys.
Right. Well, Kieran is a guy that we've followed from the beginning of his career when he's with Steve Woods, all through his Cohen fights, and in fact in his last fight for you when he fought on the undercard of Scott Quigg as well. Yeah. So he's a good a whirlwind in the ring. Great to watch. Great fighter. Very entertaining.
I know. His legs were killing him after his last fight. It was like a greyhound chasing a rabbit.
It was a bit of a pantomime, wasn't it?
I mean, that opponent was a nightmare. He learned from it, and that's what it's about. But no, Kieran Farrell hopefully will be topping the bill 2nd of March again with Kieran Maher.
Right, so Kieran Farrell's going to top that bill, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, right, that'll be his first fight at top of the bill as well.
It will be, obviously, we're in discussion at the moment, or Richard Potts is in discussion at the moment with someone. I can't say who it is, obviously, because it's not nailed on.
Yeah, will that be a central area title or something like that?
We can't say. We're going to approach certain people and see if we can't get something, a meaningful fight for him, and that's what will be top of the bill. But up to now, confirmed for that, you've got Kieran Farrell, Kieran Maher, and Adam Little, as you know, with Ricky.
Who Ricky's training now as well.
Yeah, so the tickets will be going on sale in the next week for that fight. 2nd of March. 2nd of March, yeah.
So there's potentially going to be a title on the line, which I know is one of the main reasons, apart from being another guy who's a massive Ricky fan. Another one of the main reasons is he wanted to get title fights, and so you've delivered it.
That's
close to delivering it.
Yeah, it's promotions that's football and delivering him a title fight. He's another one you talk about, people who were in awe of Ricky.
Yeah.
He's another one of his idols. Obviously, he's well trained by Bobby Rim. Every now and then he'll bob up to the gym.
A couple of pad sessions.
Yeah, and he's buzzing off the back of that. And it's great for these kids that they can get in with their idol and learn one or two.
It's inspirational, isn't it? Especially for a guy, if you grew up idolising this guy from your local area.
And it just goes to show. I mean, obviously, I'm bound to be biased because of my relationship with Ricky, but it just goes to show what kind of person Ricky Hatton is, that he is prepared to give something back to the game and get involved with the kids and help them out, and maybe pass something on. And who knows, one day we might have another Ricky Hatton down there.
Let's hope so. It'd be great for Manchester boxing and boxing in general anyway.
That's what we need.
Great. Thanks very much. Cheers, Bob.